Good afternoon, YouTube. Take two. Tried to do this video, and for some reason my camera just gave me a error message all of a sudden halfway through the video. So today I want to share with you guys another. We call this a goodie, but an oldie but a goodie, right? Sort of. You can still get this, and I'm going to put a link in the description like I always do. Guys, I'm just going to hit you right now with it. This is going to be a hard watch to get. This is another Invicta watch. Let me just show you guys. This is for the bold. This is one flashy watch. If you don't have an iridescent Invicta in your collection, you need to add one. Now again, this is not for everybody. It is a very colorful watch. It's a watch that does not get a lot of wrist time. It's a very youthful, in my opinion, very fun watch. You know, it's a certain type of personality it's going to wear this. This isn't for everybody, you know. I don't think this is the watch you wear if you are an executive of some sort. It's definitely not a watch I think you'd wear to a, like, and again, I'm a firm believer in wearing what you like no matter who says anything, right? But I do think there's a time and a place for certain things. Just like if you had a formal meeting, you probably wouldn't wear jeans. I would say if I was going to something very formal, I probably wouldn't wear this watch. This is a fun, very casual watch. It's bling, it's in your face, it's unique, and it's very, very flashy. It's incredible. So what I love about this, obviously, you have full abalone face on it. What I like about this watch compared to my other Sea Hunter 3, which is done in the iridescent as well, this is fully mirror polished. And I think the iridescent finish looks best when it's mirror polished. Again, not saying I don't like it, the Sea Hunter, but I love the fact with this watch, again, it's mirror polished, and the face, it's pretty much all abalone. Anything on there, as far as your indices, is sort of like black. It really blends into the watch. Not a watch that you would, I mean, you can still tell time on it. You can still see on that, I believe it's called inner chapter ring, if I'm saying that right. You do have your, you know, your minute markers on there. You can still tell time with it. I know you probably can't. It looks like a little bit hard to read from the video, but you can still very easy to tell time. But again, it's not really, this watch is all about that abalone and that bling, that iridescence. And I love the fact that they used abalone on this. My other Sea Hunter, they have a lot of, like, more of a skeletonized face, and the abalone just doesn't pop like it does on this. This is probably, with the exception of my all-black version of this watch, the abalone really pops. Now, they call this a blue-green iridescent, if you look at the listing, the link in description. But to me, obviously, and hopefully you guys can see by the video, you do have a lot of blue-green, but you have a lot of purple, you have a lot of gold. This watch just changes color. I used to have a face shield for one of my motorcycles back in the day that had that mirror iridium. Super cool. You can't see through it. And this watch always reminds me of those fun days of riding my very first motorcycle. So it's just a cool watch, very unique. Again, it's not for everybody, but it is a flashy, gorgeous watch that will definitely get attention. It's awesome. So let's talk a little bit about the movement. We have a Z60 movement, the Z60 by Ronda. Pull the crown to the #2 position. You have a 70% battery power saving mode. I recommend you do that on any Invicta watch with a Ronda movement. You're going to prolong the battery life, especially if you have a lot of watches and you don't wear them every day. I'm constantly having to reset the watch's time, so it's not a big deal to me because I wear one watch a day. Maybe I'll go 2 days, but then I rotate and do something else. If you want to get this right now, the price is great on it. It's about what I paid. I think I've had this watch for, I'd say, probably about 5 years now, 4 or 5 years. $249. There's only one left. That is shipped through Invicta stores. Again, link is in description. I'm also going to put a link in description for where you can find it on eBay. Now, you can find it on eBay. It's about the same price. One left. There is one dude selling a pre-owned one for $400. Guy, you're not going to get $400 for your used Invicta when you get a brand new one for $249. Just saying. You know, do the research first before you list these. As with anything, you know, it depends on supply and demand. This is a watch that it's getting harder to find. Now, Invicta does make, you know, they have their production runs. They'll make a certain model. You'll get it super cheap. And then once it's gone, sometimes you're not going to find it again. So I kind of feel like this is such a flashy, unique watch that I don't think you're going to see another iridescent Invicta Grand Octane for quite some time. Now, I always say don't fall in love with a watch, because if you fall in love with one and you don't buy it and you say, oh, let me wait for a deal, you might lose out. I think right now the price on this is killer. I think anytime you get an Invicta Reserve in the $200 price range, 200s, you're getting a very fair deal. Granted, I do have Grand Octane, same watch, different color combination that I got for as low as $130. So it just depends. Sometimes Invicta will make a watch. I think they think maybe they make a certain model, and for whatever reason, It just doesn't fly off the shelves. They make a lot of watches, you know, and there's Invictas that, again, I paid $400 for one of my Grand Octanes, as low as $130. Not a lot of difference between those watches, other than screw down crown and function pushers on some have push-pull. This one does have, I believe, yeah, this is a push-pull screw down crown and function pusher. You do lose some water resistance, but again, if you're not a diver, it's not really. And who's going to wear this diving? I mean, this is not. I know that they're dive watches, but nobody really. These are fun watches you collect, you wear. They're accessories. I don't ever consider Invicta watches tool watches. I don't wear tool watches, so all I want to do with the watch is look cool, look good, like it, enjoy it, collect it, and you know, express my personality. You know, that's really about it. So I don't take it too seriously, and I think this is just a really fun watch. So I'm not going to get involved. You know, sometimes I'll mention the different complications. I'd encourage you guys just to click the link, look at the pictures, read more about the watch. I will tell you though, the case on a Grand Octane is 58 millimeter. That's at the bezel, or I should say the size of the watch, not the case. 58 millimeters at the bezel. So you are measuring close to 63 if you include the crown on this. Remember, watches generally are measured at the bezel, but watches will always wear larger if you have a watch like most Invictas that have large cases and crowns, and it just extends the size of the watch. Another cool thing I like about this watch is that Invicta did an exhibition window on the back, and they added that abalone right across the back. So I think that's a great idea. I love when Invicta adds the exhibition window to watches, but does something kind of unique and different. Perfect example, the Sea Hunters have that furnace blue propeller. My Subaqua Noma 5 has that cool furnace blue lattice work on the back. It just gives, I know you don't really see it, it's on the back of the watch, but I think it's just, it really gives it just another element of just coolness to it. You know, another design aspect that they didn't have to put on there. So I think it's a lot more fun than just a standard back. Just awesome. Again, you have your standard flame fusion crystal, rotating unidirectional bezel, the Invicta engraving on the side. That some of those haters are like, oh, I just can't stand it. Then you don't buy it. You know, I mean, really. I mean, it's just kind of ridiculous. I mean, you're going to have branding on watches. But again, mirror polish finish, that beautiful, like, flamed out, iridescent finish. Just a flashy looking watch. Incredible. As far as, again, if you go to the listing, it's going to say 56 millimeter. This is a 58 millimeter at the bezel watch. All Grand Octanes, if you get the full-size version, are 58 millimeters at the bezel, measuring roughly 63 at the crown. Band length, 235 millimeters. It is a 316L surgical grade stainless steel. Invicta does not finish the back of the band on this. You're just going to have kind of a gold finish. To me, you know, not a big deal. It's a $250 watch. I wouldn't expect to have the entire watch perfectly finished, but I do notice on a lot of the Invictas, if you do have kind of the fancy platings, a lot of times they won't carry that plating all the way into the inside of the band. I think just to keep the cost down, not a concern to me. I don't even know how they even apply this finish. It really is incredible. What else about it? That's really about it. They say the luminous material on this is tritonite. I will say that Invicta, of all the Invictas that I have, the Grand Octane is a watch you don't buy for the lume. I think the lume on the Invicta Grand Octanes, I think on Invictas in general isn't amazing, but on the Grand Octanes, they're exceptionally terrible. So that's definitely not a reason you'd buy this. There is lume if you put it under black light or charge it up in the sun for a while. Go indoors, you'll see it glow, but it's a very deep blue, not like a bluish green. So it's very hard to see. Again, not a deal breaker for me. You buy this because of how it looks. So as far as iridescent watches, I don't know of really many companies that make, and actually guys, I think I did actually give you guys a bump steer, I'm sorry. They are screw down crown and function pushers on this model. So I was mistaken. So I have some that aren't, that are push-pull, some are screw-down. So this is a screw-down version. I thought it was, and I was like, just press it, and I was like, oh yeah, it's not, but it is. So not many companies make the iridescent. I've only seen a few. Even abalone is kind of a hard, kind of a rare element, so to speak, to find on a watch. You don't see a lot of. You see a lot of mother of pearl, you see diamonds, but you don't see a lot of abalone, and I think it's just an incredible, incredible finish. I think it's, I mean, if I have to choose something as far as like a unique finish, I mean, you got meteorite, you got diamonds, I love abalone, and I hope that eventually Invicta you know, as time goes on, they get more and more creative. I hope that one day maybe they do something with a combination abalone and diamond or gemstone. It would just be a really killer look having that abalone back with some, you know, maybe some, maybe not black spinel, maybe some synthetic rubies or something just really colorful. I hope that they really progress and kind of take notes from like Jacob and Company and kind of maybe do something on a cost-effective basis, because a lot of the synthetic gemstones, they're affordable. You know, it's not like diamonds. If you stay with gemstones, you can really do some very interesting, unique things. So we'll see. Time will tell. It would be pretty cool if Invicta did something with like the old Jacobs used to have. The ability to customize the bezel, threaded bezels, remove the bezel, throw on something with different stones. It would be just a killer watch. I should work there. I mean, I have some amazing ideas. And I know my ideas are awesome. So, so anyway, guys, again, one thing I pride myself on always is showing you what it looks like on the wrist. I'm about 5'7.5" without cowboy boots. I'm a little taller with cowboy boots. I'm almost pushing 5'9", baby. So I weigh about 185 pounds. I fluctuate right now. You know, I'm hitting the working out. Not, I mean, at my age, you can only hit it so hard, right? Things hurt. Joints hurt. Things pop and click. But I've been, you know, eating and, you know, trying to take in as much protein as I can within reason. You know, I'm not, you know, trying to become a pro bodybuilder here. But generally my weight will fluctuate. Wrists generally stay the same, but I weigh, again, 185 pounds. Sometimes I'll drop down to 160 depending on diet. But right, I just love to eat. So I'm probably going to stay around 185. Again, 5'7.5", 7-inch wrist. This is what it's going to look like a guy my size, my height, and my weight. I don't consider myself a big guy by any means. I think I'm pretty, you know, average. So again, you don't have to be a big, huge bodybuilder to pull off these amazing looking timepieces. They're unique. They're for certain types of people, bold personalities, people who like watches that are noticeable, flashy, that get noticed, that don't blend into the crowd. And this is definitely one that is one of the louder, and man, and when you say that's a loud Invicta, I mean, Invicta's loud already. When you're talking a loud Invicta, I mean, you are really talking something that really pops. See, now check this out. How cool would it be to have a bezel that has like rainbow stones, kind of like some of the Rolex watches use that rainbow gemstone bezel. On this watch, it would be absolutely killer. So we'll see. Time will tell. Definitely a flashy watch. Definitely a big watch. Again, the huge watches like this aren't for everybody. Not everybody wants to pull this off. But I do believe in my heart that you can pull off anything you like. Have the confidence, be real to yourself, be true to yourself, do what you like, don't worry about what others think, and you can pull off anything. Pretty awesome, guys. Alright guys, so let me know if you guys have any questions whatsoever. As you guys hopefully know by now, my email address is in the description of every single video. Links to all these great products are in the description of every single video. I'm at your disposal. Guys, a lot of YouTubers won't even respond to you. I really make an effort to respond to every single comment. Very rarely do I miss a comment. Now, if somebody says, like one person said the other day, "Hey boys," right, some chick. Yeah, generally I won't, you know, sometimes I won't always respond to that. You might get a like, you might get a thumbs up. But if you have a legitimate question on something like that or a comment, 99% of the time I'm going to respond to you and help you guys any way I can. I believe in these products. I believe in what I'm doing. I think Invicta is an amazing watch brand. I think it's the one brand out there that gives you the most bang for your buck. Putting aside the unique styling and design and quality, it really is an amazing company, and I'm here to help. I'm here to close you guys on the deal. If you're new to the brand, you haven't checked it out, I mean, you guys will see when it comes to watches, I review a lot of different watches. I have a lot of different watches, but my passion really, the Invicta brand is quite amazing. It really is. I also have one coming in the mail. I know I said I wasn't going to do it. I said I'm good for now. Nothing's on my radar, and then I saw a deal online, and I had to get another 5 time zone. Had to, baby. Had to. So again, let me know if I help you guys in any way. Stay safe out there. Be kind to one another when you can. Hopefully most of the time. And as always, guys, have a wonderful evening. Take care.